Mm.
Okay, so hi, this is Angie on Friday, the something of October. Let me just check, as if we need to know. I can't see. Right, but
7th.
what date?
7th, is it?
Okay, Friday. I
Is
don't
it 7th? Jesus, let me check.
know.
7th. Yes, it is. Yes, it is 7th.
Okay, so this is Friday, the 7th of October, 2022, and I've got my assistant Aaron Wilson online. And he's featured in 3 previous videos, maybe 4 actually, but 3 recently on the Lithuanian survivor stories. And he has been an absolute gift from God. I actually believe it, because I prayed for 4 years for an appropriate assistant, and Aaron turned up and said it had taken him a year to actually come forward and say, I'll help. But we've been working very hard behind the scenes, which I hate that term, but we have been re-centralizing and releasing the original Hampstead children disclosures, which were virtually disappeared from the net, as well as the police disclosures, which are not so much disappeared. And we've also, I have to give this to Aaron. He's located the Jean Clement recording, which was nigh impossible to find. And we've linked to Reverend Dr. Anthony Pike's website, Cosmic something, and then we've linked to Christine Ann Sand's websites, and we've linked to Corey Hamby. We've linked to so many guidance 2222, so many, and Jesus is the missing link for me. I want to relink to UK fraud and corruption for the incredible research he did on money laundering, Finchley Road, Ricky Dearman, Karen Irving, Barbara Kahan, Galina Upson, connected to international Ponzi schemes, boiler rooms, and money laundering. So that's hopefully my next blog on the Hampstead case. But in our research, my assistant and I, the latest development is a renowned mainstream media journalist, reporter of the year a few years ago, etc., has done a podcast series on Hampstead. And enticing as it is, it seems to be like, oh, wow, this might be a good guy. He seems to be releasing a certain amount of truth. And let me just say as well that he's an ex-barrister, and Belinda Mackenzie did some quote unquote voluntary work in a barrister's office about a year ago. And I believe she's the person referenced in the Guardian article as somebody who asked this Arthur, Alex Mostros, or whatever his name is, to investigate the Hampstead case. I believe it was Belinda that is referenced in the Guardian article. I also believe it was somebody called Valerie. I watched her presentation about satanic ritual abuse, and she's a highly regarded psychotherapist, and I think she's the other person mysteriously referenced in the Guardian article. But Aaron and myself, we've looked at the Guardian article. I made a video about it, which we will upload. And I watched the first podcast of this hoaxed series by an award-winning mainstream media journalist who turns out to have connections to the Duke of Westminster and to the BBC and all the rest of it. And then Aaron went on and watched podcast number 2. I think from podcast number 2 in to 5 or 6, whatever, you have to subscribe and, pay £8 a month or something, which I was willing to do, but it hurts me to think I might subscribe to a channel that is a malicious debunker a cover-up merchant, a paedophile protector. So I'm going to hand over to you, Aaron, because you've actually listened to session 2 and tell me what you found. Yeah, tell me what you found.
But I have been doing my homework, so to say. And but first of all, I want to go back a little and say, please subscribe to Corey Hamby channel.
Yep.
He's an American guy. He's got cerebral palsy, and he's an amazing fighter for the Hampstead children. And he is the guy who helped me a lot getting some of the original videos, or did his best actually, and I'm still in touch with him. Please subscribe to Corey Hamby. He's a religious guy. He believes in Jesus, and he really wants to help these children. Okay, yeah. So there. When it comes to the hoax, the first video and the second video you said. So basically, he starts this. The guy's name, Alexei Monstrous, almost monstrous, isn't it?
Yes, almost monstrous. Exactly.
Yeah. So he starts like violins on, and then he starts debunking all the children's original testimonies. He is only using. I have been listening thoroughly, word by word, everything he has to say. I've been listening to, and also the material he's using is the police, not the first police interviews, which were also released online before, but the second round of police interview. No, there was, I may be wrong, but I was watching the first release, and then when this went all over the internet, these police interviews, the retraction ones, I was like, what the hell is going on? I was like, what? It's just and this guy, Alexei Monstrous, from Tortoise Media, he is using the retraction interviews to debunk everything.
Yeah.
He's painting Ella in the darkest colors, the mother of the children. But if anyone could imagine, what mother would mean any harm to her children, especially knowing what happened to them? I mean, and then the police, and then this guy in the second video, in the first video, actually, in the first podcast, sorry, he is saying that Abraham Christie was beating them up and torturing them to say what was said in the original testimonies. This is a load of crap. This is an absolute bullshit. I mean, I'm sorry, excuse me. Now let me speak facts, okay? Christine and Sands, which I'm very grateful she's done a brilliant job when it comes to Hampstead children. Well, we may have had our fallouts, but
yeah.
But I'm grateful for what she gave me, and Christine and Sands uploaded the original raw, literally unedited videos on her BitChute channel of the children's testimonies, filmed by their mother, Ella Garieva. And then that was 19th of September, 2022. Then I have uploaded on behalf of Angela on Angela's BitChute channel, 17 of children's original testimonies with enhanced audio and upright videos, and then a few more as well. But we're talking 19th of September, Christine and Sand uploaded. Then 21st of September, I've uploaded all of it. And 22nd of September, frankly, what a coincidence, isn't it? The Guardian releases their article,
Hit piece.
debunking it, and then and at the very same day, on a very same day, the 22nd of September, this Tortoise Media released 3 of their postcard episodes. Let me remind you, they released the very first days of September an ad, oh, we are going to do a podcast on this Hampstead case, blah, blah. Yeah. And they didn't do any, that was 3rd of September or something like that. And then they didn't do anything for whole 3 weeks. Okay. And then suddenly they blast all 3 episodes in one day, a day after we blasted it online. Okay. Yeah. And well, let me say one more thing. This makes me think that Tortoise Media and this Alexi Monstrous and the Guardian are the same shit, working hand in hand. Belinda McKenzie is literally behind it because of the logo. This logo was all over. There was a website called Hoax also before, about a couple of years ago. Yeah, I was doing my research all through this time. And all this hoax was going on and on all over internet. And now here we go. They're trying to become mass media because we are the ones who are telling the truth.
Amen.
Blimey.
I know. It's shocking. It is shocking. And it's shocking because it's so seductive, because you and I have been like full on investigating this for a few days. And we've been messaging back and forth. And even you, as a seasoned assistant and researcher and survivor, even you, for a while, you were seduced by the Tortoise Media.
I was confused because that's their goal, to confuse people.
Yeah. So you were like, oh, these look like really young entrepreneurs.
I mean, how they start, I didn't have, okay, let me tell you how it happened.
Okay.
I didn't have enough patience. I'm quite impatient. I'm very patient when it comes to research, when it comes to all kinds of computer stuff. And, I'm very patient. But I'm impatient when they are beating about bushes,
Yep.
And then I lose my interest.
Yep.
And so, they start with violence. So the children, they're saying this and that, and they are bullshitting, violence. For so long, I sort of lose my interest, so I don't listen to the rest of the video.
Yep.
And I only listened to the rest of the video a few days later, and then I'm like, oh my God, you bastards.
Yep.
You literally twisted this original children's, confession.
Yeah. And that's the seduction. That's the seduction of how clever mainstream media are, or imitation alternative media are, is that you get seduced. You like, even I was confused. I was like, wait a minute, is this guy a good guy? Is he on the side of the children? Is he gonna flip it? Is he gonna pull the rug out from under our feet? And you imagine we're quite awake. You imagine your normal podcast listener, who's been recommended to a podcast.
I would believe every word.
Every word. It's just devastating. It really is devastating.
Okay, let's not put people down. Okay, people are smart. People have their own opinion, and they do see what is what.
Okay.
It just takes time and a little bit of investigation, or maybe, look to other sources as well. Don't look to one source, look to other sources as well, just to compare But is it true? Is it not? What is going on here? I mean,
Yeah,
it's a bit
yeah,
too harsh to hear. Are there other people saying anything about it? Well, people should be doing that, not
yeah,
only trusting one source of media,
yeah, yeah.
like, like us, not only trusting us. Do your own research, people. Do your own research. Well, that's how it works, okay? But we have been doing it for years, and we know the fuck we're on about, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
And this is actually what we're on about. The system is rotten. It's owned by the satanic VIP pedophiles, Masons, Freemasons. So, well, I don't think they're very free, but Masons anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Like Ian
Anyway,
Puddick. Ian Puddick is he may be a worshipful master, I'm not sure, but he's in the Freemasonic lodge of, the Royal Lodge of Plumbers or something. But
yeah, something like that, yeah.
so is Fiona Woolf, who was supposed to head up the international inquiry into child sexual abuse in the UK. So yeah, this is not made up. This is not made up.
And the thing is, I think this, well, Guardian is owned by them. We never had a doubt about it. This is, it's just, Guardian, whatever you read on the Guardian is purely filtered through their own lens and how they want to portray it and how they want you to think.
That makes me very sad, because my degree originally at Warwick University was English and theatre, and some of the graduates turned out to get an MBE from the Queen for instance, the London International Festival of Theatre, Rose Dewend Fenton, and then the director of the London Film Institute, my ex-lover, boyfriend, Ben Gibson. So, and then Psyche Kennett went on to work for the United Nations in gender studies, last heard of in Sri Lanka. Dave Chumley went on, another ex-boyfriend of mine, went on to work for the United Nations, as now invisible on the internet. It's like, I don't know. So I was trained that I should have trusted the mainstream media and maybe even worked for them.
Well,
And
unfortunately,
But the point I'm trying to make is, it makes me so sad that the BBC, that many people held in high esteem for, brilliant
for decades.
Decades, for like, oh my goodness, look at their coverage of the wars, and look at
and they have so much funds. They're making such good documentaries and all kinds of stuff.
And then you find out, you look at the stuff,
and then Victoria Derbyshire is doing the Ricky Damon this bloody nonsense.
I know.
Excuse me. And we are actually paying for it.
And also the interview of Prince Andrew, like the two most shocking interviews was the Victoria Derbyshire interview of Ricky Dearman with soft lighting and, oh, you poor baby, you poor darling. And then the Prince Andrew interview, where it's like, oh my goodness.
Also, yet another victim, violence on. Yeah.
No, it's not. But it does make me sad, because all the time from very young, I was being groomed to be part of that mainstream narrative. I even remember age 12, where my father encouraged me to join the Young Conservatives in Bradford-on-Avon. And I went for a few weeks to their weekly meetings, and I felt really uncomfortable. But they were already, when I was 12, they were already trying to introduce the narratives of the world is overpopulated, eugenics is a good thing, depopulation is a good thing, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it took me a few weeks, and then I said, I don't want to go anymore. I don't like it. I don't like it, But this, like, training for global leaders like Jacinta Ardern and training of like mind control of young conservatives is to push the global agenda, like Klaus
Yes,
Schwab.
indeed, to push the agenda through. Yes. So there's one more thing I wanted to mention about Turtles Media.
Yeah, and I'm sad because
So the main.
But let me just say this. This morning, Aaron, you were saying to me, "Oh, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. I think he's a good guy."
Yeah, no, you got me confused because of the video. You got me confused.
I wanted to fact check,
and I went like, you know what? Let me double check, and I did double check, and hell no,
he's not a good guy.
It's not a good guy. No, he's not a good guy. And I mean, but I can't. We can't just assume that he's not a good guy. He may be a good guy, but let me say this. But this is exactly brings me to what I had to say. The team of Tortoise Media that they post on their website is like 6 people. Okay.
Yeah. Can you name them for the record?
Yes, I will. Yes. Louise Whitmore, Alexi Mostras, who is doing the podcast of host, Xavier Greenwood, Amy Harper, Gemma Newby, or Newby, I don't know how she calls herself, and Basil Cummings. So these are all young people, like really fairly young people, okay, from their 20s to their 40s. Like young people, okay, they most likely, from my opinion, it's only my little opinion, they most likely have been, they want to achieve something in their journalist career. They've been told that, oh, you will, if you do this, you get promoted, you get better pay, and all that shit. And that's why they are doing it, because they're young, they want their career better, and stuff like that. They want to better their career, and they do whatever they're told, without much thinking, and without realizing how much damage they are doing.
Okay, look, we're going to wind up this recording for now. So is there anything else you want to say? Like, I just want to recap what we've done. What we've done is in the last 3 blogs on angeluscashes.org, we've put all the information together again. And I would again say the original disclosures by the Hampstead children are the most important. The only thing that's been left online freely are the police disclosures with Steve Martin, which the Police Complaints Authority deemed leading, coaxing, but nothing happened. And Steve Martin got double promotions.
And also, I'm sorry to interrupt. Oh, Jesus, it cut out of my head.
It doesn't matter, but on the last 3 blogs, we've centralized the original. We haven't put all the original, the evidence that was on Hampstead Research blog, run by Jackie Farmer and multiple other, at least 30 other professionals, was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, but she got trolled almost to death. She got trolled into resigning and stepping down. So
Angie, not only that, I started working with you 2.5 years ago, even more maybe. And I was trolled so badly. I had to stop for 2.5 months. To get my mental state back in order.
It's suicide trolling. It's designed.
But there were so many people we've seen that either committed suicide or been killed, poisoned.
Or just went quiet. Some people just went
quiet. I promise you, I'm not going to go quiet. I'm a survivor. And fuck me, I'm not going to go quiet.
But the truth is as well, we have to admit our humanity, and we have to sometimes say, I need a break. You know, you've done it, I've done it.
Yes, and we do take an occasional break. And please, people, bear with us when Archives of Truth or Angela Power Disney YouTube channels are not uploading as often as you would expect.
Yeah.
We need a break sometimes.
And my current, just to say this, my current channel is Angie Power Disney.
Angie, yes.
Yeah, because my main channel, Angela Power Disney, with 500 videos, it got nuked. It got taken down.
But BitChute channel is Angela Power Disney.
Okay.
YouTube is Angie. YouTube is Angie Power Disney. BitChute is Angela Power Disney. Please check. There's a playlist on Angela Power Disney BitChute. There's a playlist called Hampstead Children Disclosures. And there's all the original the children disclosures filmed by their mother, Ella Gareva, and Christy Abraham Christie, sorry. And
and the shocking part of
there's also a video of 3 years later, Ricky Dearman reappearing in 2017 on eBay Business Awards with his children. Actually, that video is only a minute and a half or so.
But I need to say this. This is how he tried to get me imprisoned, right? He flew to Ireland and said I had harassed him online. And when I went and gave a voluntary statement to the Gardaí, I said, hello, this is because an eBay video was released with him and the children, with Elisa then aged 13 and looking pregnant. He went and released that stuff online on eBay.
Elisa, like people, I really encourage you to, when it comes to Ricky Dearman, pause like almost every second and watch the children's facial expressions.
Yep.
Elisa is staring directly at the camera and then at her father, angry as hell, angry. And then Gabriel is trying to smile and then doing whatever mimics with his face, not knowing what to do. What am I here for? Is he drugged?
And why is
Gabriel was drugged? Because I've seen enough druggies in my life. I have seen them. And when they're high, they do all kinds of facial things like Gabriel is doing there. I think he was drugged. And Elisa was standing there angry, staring at the camera, staring at her father, angry. Please, people, pause every second of that short little
eBay video.
That short video.
And the eBay, wait a minute.
Capture the children's facial expressions.
Yep. Well, we need a body language expert to look at that. But let me just say this. Oh God, it keeps going out of my head because it's so traumatic. Just a minute. The eBay videos, right? And then the Irish police came and raided my house and took all my stuff because of Ricky Dearman saying I was harassing him. And then I said no. He released these eBay videos where it looked, blah blah blah. So then the Irish government took no further action against me. But there was something I was going to say.
But they never returned your computers.
I know. They told me how to ask for them. They said,
Excuse me, they're quick to bloody rip you off of them. Well, this is ridiculous. They never got a case on you.
No, and that was 2017. So that's like
exactly
5 years ago. Yeah. 5 years ago. And I still haven't had closure because the DPP have had a file on me for almost 3 years. In January, it'll be 3 years. And they've never given a decision. And usually the DPP give a decision in 3 months.
And now I rest my case on the British legal system, owned by them VIP pedophiles. Jimmy Savile, hello. Oh yeah, he was a baddie. They only started talking about it, but sorry, he's dead now, so what can we do?
Yeah, I
Okay,
know.
what have you been doing for decades when he was delivering thousands of children to the royal family and to all the VIP and Masonic pedophiles, Satanists, to sacrifice, to rape? And where were you then? Oh, sorry, he's dead now. Only then they start talking, bitches.
Yeah. Anyway, look, I can't remember the point I was going to make, but we will do this more often. We'll do a public update, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been doing a lot of listening, a lot of research today, and it got me really wound up.
The sad thing is that even though this Alex monstrous, we'll call him,
Yeah, monstrous.
yeah. Even and apparently he offered to interview Arthur Cattell, but then he's gone dark on him. But Paula Mann's research is valuable in as much as Alex Mostrous is connected to the Duke of Edinburgh, to Westminster, to the BBC.
And therefore, it's quite obvious what agenda he is pushing here.
Yeah. And it looks like the person that recruited him, Alex Mostrous, as an ex-barrister, is Belinda Mackenzie, who was doing voluntary work in a barrister's office about a year ago, and probably said to him, please do a podcast on this.
No, I don't think she said please. I think she said, you're young, if you want a career, do this.
Wow.
I think that's how it went, because Belinda Mackenzie, remember, I actually subtitled and translated from Russian. I understand and speak and write perfectly Russian, okay? And I did this video and I translated it and we uploaded it on your channel on Archives of Truth as well. Belinda Mackenzie's interview with grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah? What bitch? What bitch? I mean, she's a wolf in sheep's skin. Yeah. It's just amazing what that woman can do.
Okay. That makes me so sad. I'm so naive. You know, I'm so naive. It makes me so sad. All right, look, God. I do suspect she was one of the,
because when you know why I'm so responsibly saying this, because I have listened to this first podcast of Alexei Mostros on Tortoise Media, yeah.
Okay.
And he mentioned Belinda Mackenzie in like a glorious way, and then he spilled all the beans on Sabine McNeill. Sabine McNeill is such an evil, and Belinda was so good, and Sabine was so bad. Oh, hello, why is that so?
So sad. I remember when Sabine was outed for allegedly leaking the original Hampstead Children disclosures, Belinda threw her under the bus. She's like, oh, I don't know why she did this. Oh, I really disagree with this. Oh, this is really wrong, and so on and so forth. The truth is, as far as my 7 years research goes, the disclosures were first released in Russia and secondly released on the dark web, and then finally
when nothing was about, when Sabine was helping Ella Garieva, the mother of the children, in the court system, when the court is obviously rotten, so obviously Ella was looking for an alternative, how to find help for her children. And
Ella took the evidence too. Right. There's an ex-girlfriend of Abraham called Araya Soma. Her real name is Ninon Dulac. I've met her. I stayed in her house for 3 days, right? She went with the evidence to Mumsy, Brenda McNamara.
Right.
And she said, please help. And Brenda didn't trust her and said, try Bill Maloney. So then Araya took the evidence to...
I wouldn't trust him.
Right. Well, I'm just telling you how it happened because I've stayed in Mumsy's house for 2 nights. I've stayed in Belinda's house for 5 nights and then 2 nights. I've been face to face with these people, right? So Araya Soma first went to Mumsy McNamara and said, "Can you get this to Bill Maloney?" And Mumsy was like, "I don't really trust you." So then she put Araya in touch, and Ella, because Araya was representing Ella, she put her in touch with Brian Gerrish of UK Column, and then they took all the evidence to Brian Gerrish. He copied it to Bill Maloney, who copied it to John Wedger, who copied
and it became a broken telephone.
Yeah, who copied it to Steve Martin, right?
Oh, God forbid.
I swear to God, and Abraham will back me up on this, Ella will back me up on this, Guidance will back me up on this. The evidence went from Brian Gerrish to Bill Maloney to John Wedger to Steve Martin.
And there the consequence was their old age, Sabine McNeil got jailed for releasing them video. What the fuck are you thinking, people? She's an old lady.
But do you know what makes me sad? When I stayed the 5 days at Belinda's and then another 2 days a year later.
That is all, but
no, but
Belinda is a part of it. Belinda is a part of it. I dare say that.
Yeah, it's sad. But when I stayed there, when Sabine came for a visit, I saw Belinda fondle her face. They were like, dare I say it, lesbian lovers. I'm not saying that's a fact, but it was this gentle, like, oh, hello, sweetheart.
Or on the other hand, Belinda was doing her best to get Sabine, tell her everything.
Anyway, I know that when Sabine was accused of leaking the original videos, which was the 3rd leak, not the first, it was the 3rd leak. It's just the one that went viral. I know that then Belinda made public statements denouncing Sabine. It was very sad. But look, let's not overload people.
That's a lot of information, yes.
Yeah, let's do this once a week. But look, I'm going to end it for here. And we're going to keep looking into Tortoise Media.
And people, we will keep you updated.
Yeah.
We'll keep you up to date. Well, shit hit the fan. Looks like shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Since we uploaded all those videos, The Guardian kicked in, the Tortoise Media kicked in straight away, and now it's full on. So people, stay with us.
Yeah. And angeluscashes.org, I don't know, BitChute, like YouTube.
Certainly. BitChute, first of all, most of the videos that, if not all, are banned by Google and YouTube. If you go to Angela Power Disney BitChute, you will find the videos that Google and YouTube banned.
And so please download them, because
download and share with who you know could help.
Because I contacted Christiane Sands a year ago. She didn't have them, but she knew somebody in France who did. The person in France gave them to us. We got them, and
we have to make this viral again, because the children are not adults yet.
And
we have to make it viral.
I suspect
again
the fact that Belinda has asked this barrister Alex Mostros to do a series. I suspect there's a controlled release or re-release of the Hampstead case, and it might be just to harvest those who believed the children. It might be like, let's find out who believed them, and then we'll tag them and track them and, put them in FEMA camps.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, look, let's wind it up for now, Aaron. I think that's brilliant. I think we should do this once a week.
Yeah, I know.
Check the description box, people. If you can support our work, there's a GoFundMe. And if you can't, just pray or do what you can. We're one of, there were millions of people worldwide supporting the Hampstead children, and just rise up. That's all I say. Rise up.
By the way, just to add to what you just said, how I found some of the videos, I used Tor, the deep web.
Okay.
And it seems that these videos are blocked in the UK and in the United States, but they are not blocked all over the world.
Okay.
That's how I dug them all up.
Okay.
So so that only shows that people are really on board with these children.
Yeah, I think so.
And please, let's be on board, because they need us. Look at Elisa's face in the eBay Awards video.
Oh, I know. I've just remembered what I wanted to say. Good. You've reminded me. The thing that ran away from my brain was about a year ago, a judge's daughter sent to me Elisa's Pinterest and Instagram pages, which were under some kind of title of wolf, something wolf, right? And they were so sad to me. They said things like that awkward moment when your boyfriend finds a dead goat in the garden. And they featured things like daddy-daughter love, and they featured
love.
Excuse me. Incest. Wait, let me finish. And they featured things like daddy encouraging her. The details. This judge's daughter, she's just a beauty. I thank you if you still follow my work. And she'd found me on Reddit or something, right? And she did some deep research, and she's like, okay, here's Elisa's Pinterest and Instagram. And I just said to her, can you summarize? And she summarized, and it was so upsetting, but I was so loyal to Elisa as a child. I didn't release that information.
No, you can't, because
but now, but so what it indicated to me was that Elisa is deeply mind controlled.
No, she's deeply hurt. She's deeply hurt. She's hurt and damaged. She's in pain. She's damaged so much. She's in so much pain. She's angry.
And the other parts of the information I was sent was about gymnastics. You know, the children were around Brighton and Crawley in Sussex, and Elisa was involved with gymnastics clubs, but gymnastics clubs are used a bit like modeling with Jeffrey Epstein. They're used. Oh,
sure.
Exactly. And Yashi would testify to this, how yoga classes for children and gymnastics classes for children are
because he bloody loved it.
They're used for trafficking, right? So
yes. Yeah, choosing a child. Oh, this one's all right. Take that one.
It's literally like a catalog. You go and look at the gymnastics catalog or the modeling portfolio, and you choose your child. So
yeah, and then they destroy their parents in order to take their child, and do whatever they want with it.
So that's the part that I'm thankful that I remembered that. That's the part I wanted to say, was that the information I chose not to release on Elisa's Instagram and Pinterest.
I don't think it should be released.
No, I haven't. But it's since been changed, and now on Instagram there's Elisa Gariva Dearman page, blah blah blah. Well, I think it's fake. I think it's a red herring, because I hinted that I had her real Instagram and Pinterest pages. I think this was a fake one that was put up to. Anyway, look, let's leave it there. I don't want to sound like conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, let's not do any conspiracy.
No, because we're talking the truth.
This video we are recording is to say the facts and to say what research we've done so far. and what is happening and where we are heading.
Okay,
So
right. I'm going to
what's-
end it there. Check the links in the comment box, and hopefully we'll do this more often. And I'm so grateful. My assistant is a survivor. He's helped me for 2 years for virtually nothing at huge, you know, often it's very stressful. Sometimes he gets targeted, you know, like I just
I
want
take it up my ass, take my rest, and then carry on again.
we literally and sometimes he has family members saying, stop working with Angie Paradis, isn't he? Oh my God,
my family, my partner, my sister, my best friend, my cousin, and everyone was telling me to stop working with you because they saw how damaging it is.
Yeah,
But
look,
now it's not anymore. It's not anymore. I've crossed the barrier.
Wow. And we have to find our God courage. All right, people, look, this may not make complete sense, but it's look, we're talking 7, 8 years of the worst cover-up in UK
in history, in the globally,
since Jimmy Savile. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk again, and thank you.
Yeah.
Check the links in the description, people. Support our work if you can. Pray, please pray. Pray for the children more than anybody. We are the adult children, but the reason we do what we do is because we want to prevent children today.
For a long period of our life, we didn't grow up because we were traumatized as children. That's why we may sound childish sometimes. But now we finally grew up. Now we are looking after, we are doing our best to look after.
Doing our best to look after the children. Yeah. All right, people, God bless. Take care. I'm going to end this now.